I got some good news, everyone. It turns out that midlife, it's not a crisis. At least that's what author and host of the Midlife Makeover Show podcast talks about. Here's our chat with Wendy Valentine.
Now, Wendy, I think you're doing this right. You just said that you are living in Portugal, living your best life. So please tell me what your inspiration was for this book and how you can help all of us in menopause and postmenopause.
Yes. Oh gosh, those are like the hot topics these days, right? Like no pun intended. Woo! Get a little hot in here. So yes, I wrote Women Waking Up for any woman out there that feels lost, stuck, invisible, or just quietly dissatisfied, because I have been that woman. At the age of 45, I went through divorce, disease, debt, and depression. And instead of allowing my life to continue to spiral downwards, I decided to rebuild my life from the ground up. And over the course of 2 years, I chipped away at that mound of debt and recovered from chronic illness. And then I followed my dream of driving an RV across the country. And then that journey became the 7-step freedom framework that I teach in Women Waking Up, so other women can reignite their spark and create lives that they love.
Wow. Well, you say, this is fascinating to me.
I just tossed the RV thing in there just for extra fun, right?
I got an RV. Well, I'm so glad to hear that you're doing well and that you're healthy and in a really good place. I mean, that is just, all of the women watching right now are saying, good for you. So we're all very, very happy for you. But we have some questions.
Yes.
And I'm really curious to know, like, when you feel stuck, when you're like, is this all there is? I mean, these are the thoughts that we have. Is this all that there is? What am I going to do next? Do I know enough to take a next step? Yeah. Please give us some of your advice.
Yeah, and it's normal to feel that way. I mean, if you're anything like me in your 20s and 30s, you're checking off all the boxes: kids, career, marriage, house in the burbs. And then whether you like it or not, you hit your 40s, your 50s, midlife, and life, not maybe, life will change, right? Because as birdies leave the nest, your career, your relationships are changing, your body is aging, menopause, your parents are aging, and you have a choice. You can fight those changes, or you can evolve with them, and better yet, actually rise above them and create the woman that you have always wanted to be. So I definitely don't think midlife is a crisis. It is a catalyst.
Oh, well said. I like that. I'm going to write that one down.
Write that down. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Words of wisdom. You should write a book. Oh, wait, you did.
I did.
Wow. Well, so you said, though, let's get on to that. Let's get details. Yeah. How do you design your future life? You have steps.
Yes, great question. And it was it was the number one thing that I did for myself. And as I mentioned, I had this wild vision, this dream of taking off in an RV across the country. And although that was a very exciting vision, what excited me the most was the woman behind that steering wheel, the woman that was in the driver's seat, not just of that RV, but of her life. And I envisioned a woman that was happy and healthy, financially secure, had great relationships. So that is the number one thing that anyone can do for themselves, is to take some time out. Think about the woman that you want to become, and literally think about how you would wake up in the morning. What would you do? What would your habits be like? What would your relationships be like? Your boundaries? How would you move? How would you eat? How would you sleep? And act as if every single day, act like that woman that you want to become, and eventually you become her.
Wow. My mom had a saying back in the day, because I used to be like, in my 20s and I'm bored or whatever, and she would say, just start smiling. The more if you just smile, make yourself smile, you find yourself smiling, and things kind of change around you. The air around you changes. And so I think that this visualization and this self-fulfilling mantra actually really does work, because it has worked for me with the smiling thing. So I believe 110%. But what do you think is the most important chapter in your book, Women Waking Up?
Definitely chapter 3, become your own BFF. And I mean, here's the thing. This right here, your mind will either be your best friend or your worst enemy, and you get to decide. And just like how we're watching the news right now, think about your mind as like a ticker tape of thoughts running across. And you'll either have good news or you're going to have bad news, like positive or negative. And again, you get to decide. And we have on average over 60,000 thoughts in a day, which is crazy. So you can't possibly capture every single thought that's running across on that ticker tape. But usually the negative, nasty thoughts like, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'll never amount to anything. Usually those thoughts are pretty loud and they stand out in bold print on that ticker tape. You can stop that thought, pull that out of the ticker tape and replace it with something positive and empowering. And we're creatures of habit, but we're also creatures of change. And the more that you practice that, you literally are going to rewire your brain and you will create a new person and a new life for yourself.
Thank you so much, Wendy.
Thank you so much. You're awesome. Keep smiling. See, your mom, she knew, right?
They usually do.
Women Waking Up, the Midlife Manifesto for Passion, Purpose, and Play by Wendy Valentine is available now wherever books are sold.